Hello, it's Nat. Let's see what's been making news. COVID-19 restrictions will be easing up in New South Wales, while New Zealand's also relaxed its restrictions too. We've been doing a good job of slowing down the spread of the virus, but, as Leela explains, we still need to be really careful.
Restriction police update.
Yes, New South Wales, from this Friday, 2 adults will be allowed to visit another household together, and they can bring their younger children along too, if they please. It's about giving people a break from social isolation, which can be tough on your mental health.
You're the best friend I've ever made. Literally made.
But the Premier has stressed, and I'll stress it again, people must continue to practice social distancing.
If this packet of cookies is socialising, it's like New South Wales is allowed 1 cookie, but it can't have the whole packet because that can make it sick.
You see, because there's still new COVID-19 cases in the community, the state still needs to keep social distancing, especially when it comes to the elderly.
And if anyone feels even the tiniest bit sick, they need to stay away from people.
If we look at New Zealand's case file, they went for even tougher restrictions, basically shutting everything down. They've had hardly any new cases recently, so they're easing up too. With some non-essential people going back to work, outdoor activities being allowed and takeaway and delivery services resuming. Both countries have taken different approaches, but the message is the same.
Keep social distancing, aka we can't have all the cookies yet, even if we want them really bad.
There's been some good news for zoos, wildlife parks and aquariums. The Aussie government has announced a $95 million support package to help cover the costs of looking after their critters. The government's hoping that the extra money will make sure parks can reopen when things go back to normal. This week marks 250 years since Captain James Cook landed in Botany Bay in New South Wales. It's a huge part of Australian history. So, here's Amelia to tell us more about his famous voyage.
Let's begin this story on the 26th of August, 1768, the day the HMB Endeavour set sail from England. At the helm was this man on his first voyage as captain of a ship. His name was James Cook. So, where were they going? Well, the main aim of the voyage was to travel to Tahiti via the coast of South America. But then there was another task. You see, for centuries, Europeans believed there was a big mass of land in the south to balance out the big mass of land they knew existed in the north. They called it Terra Australis Incognita, or unknown southern land. And now it was Cook's mission to find it. The Endeavour made its way to New Zealand, or Aotearoa. They continued on, and in April 1770, they spotted land again. This time, it was the east coast of New Holland, as Australia was known to Europeans at the time. Though Indigenous people had been here for thousands of years, Europeans had never set foot on this side of the island before, and the first encounters were often violent ones. For the next couple of months, the Endeavour and crew sailed up to the tip of Queensland, mapping the coast and claiming the land for the King of England. It had been a long and difficult 3-year voyage, and in 1771, the Endeavour finally arrived home again.
And before we go, we've got just enough time for sport. Sorta. The world's top tennis players have put down their rackets and picked up their controllers for the virtual Madrid Open. Andy Murray won his opening match, even if he didn't quite get along with, well, himself.
Where's my player going? Where are you going?
Meet OR3, a robot in Singapore whose job it is to share important messages like this one.
Stay safe. Stay home.
Take that, joggers. I don't know if they're really getting the message. This guy just ran 2.6 miles, backwards, in under 26 minutes.
25 minutes 38 seconds.
It's all part of the 2.6 challenge in the UK, which was started on the day that the London Marathon was supposed to go ahead.
Only about another 5,000 to go.
That's all we've got time for today, but we'll catch you again tomorrow. In the meantime, why don't you hit like or subscribe if you want to stay up to date on all of our future videos.